Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya wal mursaleen nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi sahbihi ajma'in. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, guys. Today we'll continue our previous lecture that was on sales and distribution. So we talk about organizational data, okay. Then we talk about after organizational data, we talk about sales area, which is sales, organization, distribution channel, and then we have a division that we talk about. Then we have seen the relationship of how the things are related to sales organization. And then we talk about the master records that we used, customer master records, and then we have material master records. Then we have customer material information master records. So we talk about organizational data and master records. And now we are coming towards the transactions. So the first transaction that we met with is sales order processing. So in sales order processing, so the first step is the pre-sale. And in pre-sale, what we do is we try to, advertise the product, and then we try to, it could be a mailing campaign or through Facebook or through different, or answering the question for the customers. The customer make an inquiry, so we create an inquiry document. And if the customer like the price, then he may ask for the quotations. So this is another document that we create for the customers. And if the quotation is approved by the customer, then we send him the sales order based on that. So this is what we do in the as a pre-sale. So after the pre-sale, what we do is we create the sales order, and sales order is based on the quotation that is accepted by our customer. And by the way, and the quotation, when the customer asks for the quotation, we know that this customer is very serious and this customer is willing to purchase the material. So we try to give him best price with maximum discount which we can offer. So we can have different types of discount. For example, we can give a discount on a product, or we can give a discount on the overall amount. So that is what we can do to the customer. So once customer agreed on the price and the sales condition that we have offered in the quotation, then we create the sales order. Now again, sales order is created with the help of, sales order contains two types of data. Three types of data. Number one is organizational data. Number two is master data. And number three is the situational data. Now, what is the organizational data? Can you throw some light, guys? Can you give me some answer for that? The organizational data that we are having in our sales order. One of them, I can say that is a company code. Can you figure out some other organizational data? Remember, every sales document must have the sales area information. And what is the sales area information? It consists of sales organization, it consists of distribution channel, and it consists of division. So these three items, these three data makes the sales area: sales organization, distribution channel, and division. These are the organizational data. And company code is also another organizational data that we are using in our sales order. Now, so this is the organizational data that will be used in our sales document. How about the master data? We will be pulling some data from the customer master records. We will be pulling some data from the material master records. So, so our sales order document consists of three datas. One is organizational data. Number two is our master data. And number three is what we call situational data. Yani, how much quantity, which item you want to purchase, what price, what discounts. So these are the which date you want us to deliver the product. What will be the schedule line? How many partial deliveries? So all these are what you call it situational data. Depending on the situation, we will deliver the product. So sales order document contains three types of data. Number one, organizational data. Number two, master data. And number three, situational data. Any question at this point? You can create sales order manually, or you can create sales order through automatic systems, okay, through electronic data interchange as well. In SAP, sales order is an electronic document, okay, which you can, which contains the maybe goods or services. You might be selling your services. For example, you are a trainer, so you are selling your services, or you have some goods item that you are trying to sell to the customer, so you will be entering the goods item in the sales order. Now, so once you create the sales order, or while you are creating the sales order, what happened? System made some automatic checks, depending on if you have activated or you have or deactivated. If it is deactivated, then it will not be checked. But if it is activated, then for sure system will make some checks on that. So so when you will create a sales order, system automatically determine the date and time for the customer that he will receive the goods. So when you are entering the item, system will automatically check availability of the item. And if the item is not available, system will check how much time it will take to manufacture that item. And then depending on the manufacturing and depending on the material availability, raw material availability, if it is, if the raw material is less, then we have to purchase the raw material. So it will take all things into consideration, and it will give you a date and time for the customer that he will receive this product. And when you're selling the product, when you're creating the sales order for a particular customer, system will make the credit check. Does this customer has the credit limit or not? Again, it depends. If the functionality is activated, yes, it will do the checking. If the functionality is not activated, then it will not make a check. Sometimes we send the material or send the items to the customer for free as a sample. So in that case, for all free deliveries, there'll be no freight charges. It will be like a free of charge. So no price for that particular item. I usually request the from the publisher, I request the books. So whenever I receive the book, I don't have to pay any money because they are free of charge books. So that functionality, if that functionality is activated, yes, we can give the free of charge deliveries as well. Guys, you have to stop me for any question, huh? Now we have, this is the structure of the sales document, it has a header and then items, and then we have the schedule lines for that particular item. Now, if you see, we have in the second picture that we have a sales order here, and we are selling it to a party, okay? And then the material that we are selling to that party is like 1400, 100, and then 1400, 200. This is the material code, material item, number. And now if you see, the quantity 50 is scheduled for 2 different dates. So one is on November the 1st, and the second one is on the January the 1st. So all these informations are available on the sales order. And it gives you an option for how many schedules, how many partial deliveries you can make. So in this case, we are making 2 deliveries, one on November 1st and another one is on January the 1st. So 2 partial deliveries. So you can set the limit for 3 partial deliveries, or 9 maximum. I think you can go for the 9 partial deliveries. But again, every delivery costs something. So one has to be very careful for every customer, that we cannot give like every customer the partial deliveries, Sometime here, when we are entering the items, sales order, we miss some of the important data. Oh, that important data you can see in completion log. Sometimes we create the document and then we are trying to process that document, and system is giving us some kind of errors that some information is missing, or so. What is so in sales order documents, or sales inquiry documents, or sales quotation, or sales delivery, you have an option to see the incompletion log. So what you can do is, while you're processing or you're working on a sales order, if you click on the edit, in that one you will find a menu option, incompletion log. I think Control F8 is the shortcut for that. So if you press edit and incompletion log, then it will display you all the missing information which is required. Now, if you see here, is specifying, hey, the purchase order number is missing, or the quantity is missing, or the price is weight is missing, terms of payment is missing. So all these important things which are missing, it will display you. So you can have you can display the incompletion log for sales document, inquiry, quotation, sales order, and delivery document. I believe for billing document is also available, the incompletion log. We have to make a check on that. Now, if you get a chance to do the case study of the sales and distribution system, you might have seen that all the documents that you have created, right from the sales inquiry, sales quotation, sales order, delivery document, then billing document, creating an invoice and receiving the payment, all these documents will be in what you can say, they will be in in a sequence, and you can see those documents in a sequence with the help of a document flow command. So let's see if you can see here some of the You see here that we have, okay, in this process, we didn't start from the inquiry, we started directly from the quotation. So we created the quotation, the process is done. Then we created a sales order based on that quotation, and that is also completed. And then we created a delivery item. Now you see that delivery item is still open. So if it is open, yeah, we have to, work on that. So this is how the document flow is displaying you all the necessary steps you have completed or you're working on. So in this way, you can see that, okay, these are the sequence. Once it is completed, then you can see that, okay, even you will see that picking is done, the goods issue are done, and then billing document and invoice, and then payment is cleared. So all the steps will be displayed for a particular transaction on this part. Any question, guys? I'm expecting an answer from you guys. Question.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम सर, एक क्वेश्चन है मेरा कि हम जे प्रैक्टिकली जब हम परफॉर्म करेंगे यहाँ पे एसईपी पे, तो वहाँ पे तो लिमिटेशन लगी होगी इसकी कोटेशन एचआर के पास होती है, और उसके बाद डिलीवरी वगैरह इनवाइस, तो हमारे पास ये सारी एक्सेस ओपन है सर?
Yes, all the access will be open to you guys because this is the training system. So you will be actually you will be working on on different roles, So when you read the case study, the first page of the case study will display that you will be working on like 3, 5, 6, 7 roles. So while creating the quotation or while creating the inquiry, you'll be working like a sales representative. While working on the sales order, you'll be working like a different person. While creating the delivery documents, you will be working like a warehouse employee. Issuing the goods, you'll be working like a supervisor. Creating the invoice, you'll be working like a accounts department person. And receiving the payment, you'll be working like a cost accounting or something like that. So you will be working on different roles. All the steps, all the case study is open for you. All the transactions are open for you. So yeah, only thing is that you have to just start the practice.
ओके सर, थैंक यू सर। ये है कि अब ये मैंने सेल्स ऑर्डर बनाया, उसके बाद आगे डिलीवरी वगैरह ईटीसी जो भी है, इसे फिर अप्रूव भी मैं करूंगा या बस डायरेक्ट मैं वहां जाके ओपन करके अपना नेक्स्ट हायरार्की पे जा सकता हूं, जैसे यहाँ हायरार्की दी
Yeah,
हुई है?
I think you'll be approving by yourself in a sense that once you create and save, it is approved, and then you go for the next step, which will be like issue the goods. At that time, you'll be working like you'll be working like a supervisor of the warehouse. So you are using different screens for different roles. So but at that point in time, actually, you are the only one who's working on that case study. But remember, not all screens are for you. It is for different roles. So basically, you are practicing 6, 7 different job roles in one case study. So you will come to know how the warehouse employee is working, how the supervisor is working, how the cost accountant is working, how the sales representative is working on these different case studies, on these different steps. So you'll get complete picture of different job roles, inshallah.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Now, so once we have seen all the document flow which are related to order to cash or the sales and distribution. Now, next is like availability check. This is very interesting part. When you make an availability check, when you create the sales order, system automatically go and check for the availability of the material. So there are different timings when the system made the availability of check. For example, you're doing the forecasting. Okay, in the forecasting, you realize that okay, you have to manufacture so and so material, and then at that time during the forecasting, system automatically check the availability of the stock of the raw material, how much raw material is available. When you create the purchase order, system at that point in time, system made a check for the availability of item. Is this item available or not? When you create a purchase requisition, even then system made a availability check of the material. When you reserve the material for manufacturing, reserve the raw material for manufacturing, or at that time system made a check whether this enough material is available or not. When you created a sales order, at that time system made an availability check whether this. When you created a delivery note, so all the shipping notification, any plan order or production order, anything you create, system goes and check the availability of the required material. So this is how you are making a forecast, system will make a availability check. We do have a product allocation. This is another interesting concept. Sometime the material is limited. If the material is limited, then we have to allocate, we have to use this function, product allocation. Yani, we can, for example, if the petrol cost is increased, or if the petrol is not available in the market, what happens? They do product allocation. Yani every customer will get like 10 liters of petrol for the car. So they cannot get more than 10 liters because the material is not available. So this is the product allocation that is also available in SAP, that you can make a check on that. So this is what we have done in the sales order processing. We were able to, now we are going for the delivery document. So in delivery document, we will do the picking and the packing, and we'll talk about some mobile devices that we can use in the warehouse. We will do the goods issue posting, and we'll see some quality management, how we can do that. So let's talk about, in the shipping, let's talk about delivery documents, outbound deliveries. So once you create the sales order, guys, so your sales order is ready, that will be the input for creating a delivery document. So when you are creating a delivery document, for example, one customer has given you 2 orders. Maybe one order today that I need like so and so material on next week, and another day we receive another order from the same customer that I need so and so item next week, same day. So now what you can do is you can create a delivery document for the same customer from 2 sales orders. So now we have order number 1 and order number 2. So we merge the 2 orders and we create one delivery document. So instead of creating 2 deliveries, we just created 1 delivery for the same customer. Remember, shipping point must be same. Then those materials are available on the same location and the shipping point is same. Delivery date is same, and ship to the party is the same. Any address is the same. Then yes, you can merge the sales order and create 1 delivery document. And similarly, we have a customer has given you an order, and you can send him 2 deliveries for some reasons. Maybe the customer requested for 2 different deliveries dates, partial deliveries. So you can split the delivery into split the sales order into 2 deliveries. Or maybe you don't have enough material. You talk to the customer and say, okay, you requested for 200 items and we have only 100 available, and then 100 we will be offering next week. And if you say okay, then you can create 2 deliveries. But remember, when you merge 2 deliveries, these are the 3 most important fields. Shipping point must be same, delivery date must be same, and ship to the party must be same for those 2 orders. And by the way, this is the exam question. They may ask you exactly this part, shipping point, delivery date, and ship to the party. And I will encourage you guys, I forgot to tell you guys that you have to have paper and pencil ready. And then whenever the important things comes in, you just make a note of those. So paper and pencil is very important for you. Any question on this part, on this slide? You can write in the chat if you don't want to say, and say everything is okay. So in this way, I will be having like, a picture, clear picture that, okay, I can move on. Okay. Now we have, so when we are having a delivery document, guys, when we create the outbound delivery document, this document monitors some of the activities, okay, within the shipping process. So the delivery documents helps you in route determination, which route you will be going to deliver this material. It will help you in monitoring the picking. You want to pick the material, you need this document. Okay, from this document, you will be creating a transfer order. Transfer order is a very important document within the warehouse management that helps you in transferring material from one location to another location within the warehouse. So can you write down which document is required to transfer material from one location to another location into the warehouse? Transfer order. Guys, transfer order is the document that you need to create to transfer. Yani, your material is available in the warehouse and you want to bring it to the shipping point. How you can do that? You have to create a transfer order from this delivery document. So from this delivery document, you'll create a transfer order for a material number 1 and to move from its original location to the shipping point. And similarly, sometime you receive the material from shipping point and you want to move it to the location where you have to keep this material. So you will be using another transfer order to move the item from shipping point or delivery receiving point to the original location within the warehouse. So this outbound delivery document is very important in shifting the material within the warehouse with the help of transfer order. And this document will really help you in issuing the goods as well, Based on this delivery document, you can issue the goods from warehouse. A very important slide. These are the roles of outbound delivery. Exam question, guys. In the certification exam, they may ask you, what are the roles of outbound deliveries? Now, from the delivery document, if you see here on the previous slide, on the delivery document, we do the picking, with the help of delivery document. So from the delivery document, we created a transfer order. You see that? For outbound deliveries. You can print the transfer order. But if you have the electronic device, nowadays we have so many electronic devices, mobile devices, the data will be transferred to mobile device. You can just go and scan the item. It will be in the transfer order. And once it is in the transfer order, then you can confirm the quantities that, okay, these are the quantities I confirmed that I picked from and is ready for the delivery. So remember, guys, one more time, this is another exam question. Transfer order is a document that you can use to transfer material within the warehouse. So it is used for material movement within the warehouse. Transfer order is a document used to make movement of material within a warehouse. Without this, you cannot move the document. Okay. Now if you see here, so you have a transfer order. Okay, you created a transfer order, and this is a shipping point. This is your warehouse. So within the warehouse, you're going to shift the material to the shipping point. Okay, you are planning to shift the material from warehouse to the shipping point. So you need a transfer order. And you said, okay, I have a quantity 20. You see here 20? This is the picking list. You pick all the materials, 20 item, 12 item, and then you move these 20 and 10. You see here? This is the delivery quantity that we created in the sales order. That item number 10, I want 20 quantity. Item number 20, I need 12 quantity. Now when you are moving, so you are moving the data from transfer order, you can do manually or automatically. So if it is manual, then we have to enter by ourselves. The picking quantity 20, the picking quantity 12. You see here, we have a duplication of information. So maybe when we are picking, we don't have enough quantity. Maybe we pick 10 items. So we have to write 10 items then. So whatever the quantity you pick, you have to enter the quantity here. So this is your delivery document, and this is your transfer order document. And in transfer order, you are moving the material from within the warehouse to a shipping point. Shipping point may be this place. Shipping point may be another place, okay? So to make the movement of within the warehouse, you have to make a transfer order. Any question, guys, on this part? Okay, now these are some of the mobile devices you can use. It could be character-based devices, or you can say graphic user interface devices, or radio frequency devices. Some devices, they support web browser or browser-based devices. You can say that. So anyway, you can use these devices for your material, material transfer or material movement. Now, once you pick the material, that is the time when picking the material is a job of warehouse employee. Go and pick the material, create the transfer order. Okay, this is the job of warehouse employee. Now, material is picked, it is available. Now we have to make the goods issue. So we have to issue the goods so that the delivery boy can take those goods and leave it for the customers. So for these goods issue, this is the job of employee supervisor, warehouse supervisor. So the supervisor will jump in and he will issue the goods. So when he posts the goods issue, all shipping activities are completed with this goods issue. And now outbound delivery, now you can create a billing document. Remember, if you did not make the goods issue, you cannot create the billing document. Very important point. You can create the billing document from delivery document if and only if you made the goods issue. If you didn't issue the goods, then you cannot. You know, it is just like you go to the supermarket, and if they did not scan the product on the cashier, they will not give you the bill. First, they have to scan, they have to issue the goods in your name, and then they will ask you, okay, make the payment now. So same is the case here. You have to issue the goods into your system, and then you will be able to create the billing document from the delivery document. You know, with this goods issue, many things will happen. You know, it will update the stocks. You know, it will update the billing list. It will create the controlling documents. It will create the material document. It will create the accounting document. You know, what it will create? Why it will create the accounting document? Because before issuing the goods, we have much material in our inventory. Now the material is the quantity of the material is gone down, so the value of our inventory is also going down. So this accounting document will show that, okay, the value of our inventory is also going down. You know, it will record the inventory value. The material document will record the quantity. Before we were having like 100 items, now we are having like 80 items after making the goods issue. Similarly, we have managerial accounting. We will be creating some controlling documents. It could be, you know, for some maybe controlling document for some cost centers, or from maybe maybe we issue these goods for manufacturing. You know, so it will be for the production order then in the controlling document, that we issue the goods for production order, yani to manufacture. Another example is, you know, when you take your car for the car workshop for oil change or fixing your you know issues of your car. So what they do, they create a maintenance order for your car. Now any item they will issue, for example, they issue the air filter or the mobile oil or some, you know, other material. They will keep on adding those items which they issue on that manufacturing on maintenance order. Keep on adding the maintenance order for Tariq Aziz car. So that maintenance order is a managerial accounting document. Similarly, if we are producing some items, so any goods issue will also be recorded on the production order. And this production order is also a controlling document, the managerial accounting. And this goods issue will definitely create the accounting document. This will also create the material document. In addition to these two documents, we will have the controlling document as well. Guys, this is very important. All these slides I have shown you, and especially this slide, exam questions in the certification exam. This slide also has the related to the transfer order exam question. This slide, same transfer order. function, outbound delivery roles, exam question, So every slide is very important from the exam point of view. Any question on this slide, guys? Before I move on to the next slides. Okay, now quality management. Any delivery you are issuing, if the quality management is installed or is active, then maybe you will have an inspection for the delivery. So before you give to the delivery guy, there's a quality inspection guy. He will come and he will deliver the quantity. When I go to the pizza shop, they make a pizza for me. At the end of the process, the quality guy comes and he look at the pizza, and then after the quality inspection, they give the pizza to me. So that is before the delivery inspection, and that is again part of quality management. Goods issue, we issue the goods, so we want to make the inspection. Quality certificate, so some product that we have to, before delivery, we have to issue the quality certificate, because this is the requirement from the customer. Or maybe if the customer complains, now we have to record those complaints. So that is again a part of quality management in our shipping. So we were able to create the delivery document. Then we talk about the picking and packing. By the way, picking and packing, they're optional. For example, if you are making an internet sales, you're purchasing songs or you're purchasing movies, then you can just download on your PC. There's no picking, there's no packing. Yeah, if you're buying the CDs, yeah, then definitely there's a picking and a packing as well. So this picking and packing is optional. It may be required, it may not be required. And then we discuss about the goods issue. So this is, now we'll go for the creation of invoice. So this is the billing process, by the way, guys. The billing process start with a billing document starts the invoicing process. And by the way, this billing document is the part of sales and distribution. Don't confuse with the invoice. This is a separate document. It belongs to sales and distribution. Yeah, with the help of this billing document, you can create the invoices. So that you can say that invoices got created from the billing document. So this is similarly, if you have like different several outbound deliveries, you can combine them into one invoice. So instead of sending like 4 invoices or 5 invoices, you can just send one invoice based on many billing documents. So this is an exam question, guys. The billing document is a sales and distribution document, and it helps in creating the invoice. So when you create a billing document, system updates the general ledger account automatically. Okay, so it's create a debit posting to the customers and credit posting to the revenue account. So with the creation of billing document, we do update the general ledger as well. One more time, when you create a billing document, system update the GL account, and by creating a debit posting to the customer because whatever we issued, we debit to the customer account. And then we make a credit posting for the revenue account, because the material is gone on credit, to the customer. Any question here? Now we have billing document, consequences of creating a billing document. So when you create the billing document, guys, it helps you in creating the accounting documents. It helps you, it pass on the information to the profitability analysis. It updates your sales order. It updates your outbound deliveries. It updates the sales information system. It updates the customer credit. For example, the customer requested for like $1,000 amount. So $1,000 will be deducted from his credit account, credit management. So before he has a credit limit of 2,000, now 1,000 is consumed and only 1,000 is left. So when you create the billing document, it updates the profitability analysis. This profitability analysis, the part of managerial accounting or the controlling. Now, we have a work list. You have many billing documents, right? So they become a work list. So there's one guy who has to work on all those billing documents. You have so many picking documents, delivery documents. So they become the picking. So there are like maybe 100 or 500 billing documents, delivery documents that a employee warehouse has to work. So they will be like, a work list. So this is the list that I have to work on. So then you are picking and, moving the material to the shipping point. So then there will be a list of goods issue, material documents, goods issue work list. So the employee warehouse supervisor is going to work on this goods issue list, So he will issue the goods and then tick on that good, another issue and tick on that. So all these things will be. And the billing document, the accounting guy will be working on creating the invoices, and based on the invoice, he will be receiving the payments. So it's not just like one document, there's a list of documents for the same type, So it becomes a list. And these lists, helps you in your processing the document more efficiently, Any question on that, guys, before we move on to the next slide? So we were able to create the customer invoice, and now we'll talk about the customer payment. So once we create the invoice, billing document will create the invoice, and now we have to wait for the customer payment. So we need to receive the customer payment. We need to make the posting of payment against that purchase, against the invoice. So, and if there's any difference, then we have to record the differences as well, reconcile the differences. Sometimes difference is very low, then we just ignore. If it is big, it will block the payment invoice. So we have to do some manual process. So once we do when we receive the payment, So it will debit the cash account. Before it did the credit the cash account, but this time it will debit the revenue account, and it will create a credit memo to the customer. Before we make the debit to the customer, but now we will credit to the customer. So everything will be clear up. The balance will be zero. So any question here, guys, up to this point? Because now we will be moving to the managerial accounting part. That is what we call profit center accounting. Okay, the sales process is finished now. Okay, onto this slide. Now we are going to the profit center accounting. This profit center accounting part, actually it is a managerial accounting, but this managerial accounting part is associated with the sales. That is why we bring this lesson or topic from managerial accounting and we add it to the sales. Reason, because this is more close to the sales department. So while we are studying the sales, at the same time we will study the managerial accounting part, which is related to the sales, so we can have a better picture. So the profit center accounting is yes please.
सर ये टॉपिक नेक्स्ट कर लेते हैं, यहाँ तक इनफ है.
Okay, I have no problem. If everybody agrees on that, then we can continue this tomorrow, inshallah. How is that? I have no issue. I think it's a good idea. You can go through the material that we covered today, and then tomorrow, inshallah, we will try to we'll do the managerial accounting part that is related to the sales.
सर ये स्लाइड्स कहाँ पे अवेलेबल हैं जो आपने ये
slides are available in the book which I already given. All the slides are available in the book with the explanation.
बुक शेयर किया सर आपने?
Yeah, I shared the book. If you didn't get the book, maybe send a message to Dr. Gibran. Huh? He might have the link. Or if I find a link, I'll share it with you guys.
सर ये पूछना था, आज दिन में भी बात हो रही थी आपसे, वो जो इंस्टॉलेशन के हवाले से था GUI की, वो अपना ओपन करने